Entering your 30s is as good as accomplishing a major milestone in life and indicates that you are officially a full-fledged responsible adult. This also means that you're now competent enough to manage wealth resourcefully. As you know, when it comes to saving money, the earlier you start, the better. A good investment strategy along with a well-structured budget will surely help you gain control over finances in your 30s. In this video, we are going to discuss the 10 biggest money mistakes to avoid at all costs in your 30s. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Lack of a financial plan. Before you know it, you have a new house, children, cars, loan payments, and other unexpected costs, many of which can take you by surprise. Without realizing it, you might be delving into savings, borrowing more, and exposing your family to greater financial risk. Now is the time to get on top of your finances and change your spending habits for the better. A financial plan for the future can help you consider what's important to you and yours, what lies ahead, and how to prepare for the costs of these things while putting aside money for savings and investments and to generate extra income. Number 9. Doubling down on debt. Your 30s are the prime time for promotions. You're earning more and likely to spend more too. You can afford nicer things, but sometimes this can be a slippery slope. Using a credit card is an easy solution, and it can help when money is a little tight or you need to make online purchases. When you can't pay it off at the end of the month, however, you need to reevaluate your budget and your spending. Debt is a useful tool that can help establish your credit, but when you're paying astronomical interest on your purchases month after month, you're creating a burden that can wreak havoc on your finances. Number 8. Buying a new car. Millions of new cars are sold each year, although few buyers can afford to pay for them in cash. However, the inability to pay cash for a new car can also mean an inability to afford the car. After all, being able to afford the payment is not the same as being able to afford the car. Furthermore, by borrowing money to buy a car, the consumer pays interest on a depreciating asset, which amplifies the difference between the value of the car and the price paid for it. Worse yet, many people trade in their cars every 2 or 3 years and lose money on every trade. Sometimes a person has no choice but to take out a loan to buy a car. But how many consumers really need a large SUV? Such vehicles are expensive to buy, insure, and fuel. Unless you tow a boat or trailer or need an SUV to earn a living, it can be disadvantageous to purchase one. Number 7. Failing to obtain proper insurance. Let's face it, insurance, whether it's health, life, home, or disability, isn't exactly an exciting topic to discuss. For this reason, it's often put on the back burner by 30-somethings, and the result is either a mediocre policy or no policy at all. If this sounds like you, it's time to take control of your life. Dedicate some time to researching insurance plans, or talk to a trusted financial professional about your various options and the types of insurance you should buy at every age. The decision to purchase a long-term disability policy in particular is often one that gets put off, especially if it's not paid for by your company. Not having this particular insurance is extremely risky, however. The Social Security Administration estimated more than 25% of today's 20-year-olds will be disabled before retirement, and yet without disability insurance, you would have no guaranteed stream of income while you're unable to work. Number 6. Saving too much in the wrong places. Investing is important, but oftentimes people in their 30s have placed too much emphasis on the 401k or other types of retirement plans and have neglected to save for other big purchases, explains Brandon Moss, certified financial planner and VP of Wealth Advisor Management at United Capital. Contribute money towards a retirement fund, but don't forget to set aside money for other things, such as a house, car, vacation, or your children's education. Moss recommends setting up multiple savings accounts to start saving for specific purchases. Check the online interface of your bank and see if it will allow you to create sub-savings accounts. Number 5. Failing to set up an emergency fund. You may think taking out life insurance is enough protection when you're healthy and feeling invincible in your 30s. Your company may even offer it to you or as a part of your employee benefits. But while life insurance is certainly good protection, it doesn't earn you money, and you can't use it to protect your financial future. Creating an emergency fund does. This type of lower risk unit trust investment will give you access to funds when you need them quickly for life's unplanned expenses like vet bills, a new roof, or car repair, while offering returns at the same time. Then you won't have to go into debt or borrow from other investments to afford them. The Prudential Income Fund is designed to offer an accessible, lower-risk solution with returns that beat those of a typical money market fund. Number 4. Overpay on housing. It can be tempting to lease an apartment or buy a house beyond your budget, even if you're approved to pay more. Taking on too much in rent or mortgage payments could mean foregoing other financial goals or feeling financially pressured. It's commonly suggested that you spend no more than 30% of your gross income on housing. That benchmark can serve as a reminder that households have many expenses besides housing costs that need to be planned for. It's important to also consider whether the payment on your mortgage or rent will hinder your ability to meet other financial goals. Number 3. Overindulging your children. Teenagers are under enormous pressure to sport the latest fashions, cell phones, and technology, and this in turn places financial pressure on parents. According to a survey conducted by the Center for a New American Dream, a teenager who asks a parent for products will ask 9 times until the parent eventually gives in. It is our responsibility as parents to teach our children the difference between needs and wants, and then encourage them to work for their wants. We also need to teach them the art of delayed gratification, which is a skill that they'll use in every aspect of their life. Whether it's working hard for the qualification they want, putting in extra hours and effort for the promotion they desire, or training hard for a race they want to compete in. Number 2. Avoiding the money talk before and during marriage. Talking about money with your spouse or soon-to-be spouse can be very uncomfortable. It often requires revealing personal habits and routines that you'd rather not discuss, and for many, it can feel like giving away some personal freedom. The truth is that when you're married, your financial futures become linked, whether you like it or not. When your partner's choices impact your life and your decisions impact your partner, you both not only have the right, but the need to sit down together, review those decisions, talk about your shared goals, and come up with ways to achieve them together. That kind of talk is never easy, but without it, you'll constantly disagree with each other, and that will do nothing but cause conflict. Number 1. Don't ignore your credit history. It's easy to damage your credit score while you're trying to establish yourself, especially when you don't even grasp the importance of good credit. But here's why it matters. Your score is what lenders use to judge how much they're willing to lend you, how much they'll charge you, interest and fees, and whether they're willing to give you a hand at all. This becomes so important in your 30s if you choose to begin home shopping, looking for a new car, or even starting your own business. Above all, remember that no one is perfect. Even if you've already made some mistakes, it's not an indication that you can't be successful at managing your finances. On the contrary, it's just a learning experience that will make you that much wiser in the future. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.